Hello, we are coming back. It's a qualifying of second round, sixth season Silverstone Grand Prix MRO Accion sixth season, of course. And now we are starting a qualifying session. There were some technical problems in our practice session, but in this practice session, the fastest driver was Magic from Renault. The fastest drivers were Magic from Renault and Pap 16 T100, our Pablinho, who won the first Grand Prix in Shanghai Reverse. Now we are starting qualifying 4 minutes and only one lap, only one time lap. So it's very difficult to make a great time because if you make some mistake, it will make your qualifying lap worse, and you will be starting from back of the grid. Now we are driving with Magic, the winner of practice session. Palot, Zalin 100, Iceman 82. Zalin made mistake. He is not counting in classification now. Nayarani is going back. I think that he and Magic made mistake, but Nayarani is very fast, and Jongar is now going with Pub 1 with Pub 16 T100. I think that Nayarani will maybe have a good time. Pub 16 is looking very good, and we will see in a minute Lypra 51.1. Not good lap. Nayarani 49, Pablo, yes, and Pablinho is now the fastest, and I think that he will gain pole position. Pablinho 41.9.4, their fastest lap in practice session was 49.7. So Pablinho had great focus on his qualification lap. Nayarani will start from second place, I think, because he is second guy to gain time under 50 seconds in this very difficult circuit. In Mini Racing Online, this Silverstone circuit, I think, is one of the most difficult. Nayarani, Luigi GM third, Magic fourth, so the fastest guys are one of the best. So Pablinho is now first, Nayarani second, Luigi third, Magic fourth, and I think that this situation will not change to the finish, because now only Mr. Byte, KVN is fast driver, Mr. Byte weak time, KVN now 6th place, and SP World driver from Sweden. Sweden have their time, and he is the last guy to make time lap, and we will see which place it would be for him. It's his out lap, and now SP World is starting his qualifying lap. The last guy is Zalin 100, and it's about 5 seconds ahead. These are some guys. Oh, it wouldn't be great time. It's about half second lost in first sector. Now it's not a start strafe. It's strafe which have place opposite to start strafe, and now more than 1 second. I think that it would be a time about 10th place for SP World. It was good tactics for him, because he has a calm on the circuit, and he is on place 9th, so it wasn't fault. We are starting the race. It's our race now. Pablinho from pole position. the fastest guy on the track, I think. He showed that he is very fast, and he can keep focus on he can keep focus when it's when it's of course when he must. Pablinho, Najarany, first row, second row, Luigi, GM, and Magic. Pablinho, Luigi, and Magic, the fastest guys from Shanghai Reverse. We will see who will be the leader of the race after first turn, after first lap. We will see who will have different tactics, maybe one, maybe two, maybe three stops. I think not. Pablinho, Najarany, Luigi, GM. We have about 3 minutes to go, but I think that all drivers will be on the track for a second. It's now about 3 minutes and only 2 drivers are not on the grid. This driver who is not is Pablinho, so the fastest guy from qualifying. The best time of the weekend, 49.4. I think that at start of the race that wouldn't be at fast laps as this laps of Pablo or Najarany, who had their laps under 50 seconds. John Gar is only second, 16th. It's only 12th place, very far away. And now we are starting. Lights up, and we have a start of the race. Pablinho, I think he is maybe very heavy because he is now lost, and only 4th place. That was a small fault of Magic, but now he is on the 2nd place. And the leader of the race now is who is the leader of the race? Luigi GM is the leader. 2nd place Magic. 3rd place. It's a fault, Zalin, but he is now on the 5th place, and the fastest guys are now Luigi GM and Magic. Luigi GM was this one who on the Shanghai Reverse was the lightest car. He had the most risk strategy, but that gives him 2nd place. Now he is on the 2nd place behind of Magic, and these 2 guys are now about 1 second ahead of the rest of drivers. 3rd place KVN from Mercedes, 4th place Najarany, 5th place now Pablinho, and 6th Seyu Adres and Cesar King. These are that is 2nd group of this race. On the first lap, these are great gaps, and I think that these drivers are now. And it's very heavy mistake made by KVN, and he will be now on the last 20th place. It's not good. It's not good information for Mercedes. KVN is now on last place. KVN, the driver who was in one of the first place, who was on 6th, or who was maybe on in top 5 in Shanghai, who was very fast driver on Shanghai. Now he is on 20th place, and this fault is for him very costing, because he lost about maybe 10 seconds. It could be like this. So now in this group we have got 4 drivers, Vadres, Pablinho, Seyu and Cesar King. Nayarani made some mistake and now he is only on 9th place. He is driving wheel to Lipra, rider who was on 4th place in Shanghai, and Kai Vien is now on 17th place. He overtaked Mr. Byte, Mickey Dream, drivers who are much slower than him. Luigi GM and Magic now to first to place. Third place is Pablinho. Fourth place Cesar King and Seyu. I thought that it's Nayarani, but Nayarani made some mistake, hit the barrier, and now he is now on 7th place. He is fighting with Lipra. Now it's 4th lap. Of course, we don't can expect drivers in pit stop, but I think that of course if someone will do one stop, we should expect him about 13th lap in pit lane. If someone is going on 2 stops, maybe 8th, maybe 9th lap, it's possible for him. Maybe I think that maybe 10, because of course when you are going 1 or 2 lap more than your rival, and your opponent is making a stop earlier, he on your last 2 laps on the circuit, he's heavy and he's slower than you, and you can even gain some 2, 3, 4 seconds. So it's a good advantage. So maybe 10th, maybe 11th lap for 2 pit stops. I don't think that someone will risk 3 stops. I think it's impossible in this race. It's now, and it's a fault for Kai Vien, and I think Kai Vien, but we don't know if it's a fault of him, because maybe that's some luck. Luigi GM Magic, 2 of the fastest drivers. Kai Vien is out of the race. This I think that that was annoying fault for him. I think that he could be it could be very trouble for him, and last place, no chance to good result. But I think that he should go to the finish of this race, to try to focus, to concentrate on this race, and gain as good points as he could in this situation. Luigi GM and Magic, the fastest drivers now. I think that maybe the lightest drivers, because they are much faster than Pablinho on 3rd place. I think that they are the lighter, and these are 2 guys who are expected to be in the pit lane as the first drivers. They now started 7th lap, and they are driving together, and they are not making any mistakes. But Nayarani from Poland now made a big mistake, and it's only 9th place for him. It's only 9th place. Pablinho, Seyu, Cesar King, these 3 guys are fighting for 3rd place, but Pablinho is leader of this small group. Zalin, who was starting very far away, who was starting on back of this grid, now is on 6th place. So great drive for this guy. Magic and Luigi GM. Now Magic is the first, now Magic is the leader, but Luigi GM is going ahead of them, is going behind him, and he can gain some simulation on him. Of course, on this Magic, the fastest driver on the track, the first guy who made time under 50, under 52. How fast are they? These are that is great gap. It's 8 seconds now, so we should expect him in box, but they are not going yet. So I think that 2 stops for him, and maybe these drivers who are on the screen now, maybe they are going on 1 stop. Maybe that is the most possible strategy for more drivers in this race. Luigi GM and Magic are now the 2 fastest guys, but I think that it's a kind of strategy. But now we have 8th lap, and they are not going to a pit lane, so they are very fast, and I think that they are going on for sure they are going for 2 stops. But the rest of if the rest of this if the rest of these drivers can go on one stop, maybe it's not so possible. Onuba is that was driver who was in the middle of the grid. He is now in the pit lane. He's out on 16th place now. These are three drivers who three drivers who made a lot of mistakes. Mr. Byte, Marin, and Mickey Dream, the two the slowest guys, and Luigi GM and Magic are two drivers who are on their stops. That will be battle of their mechanics in boxes. Ninth. We have got ninth lap, so they are going out, and Luigi GM is going ahead of Magic. And which place is for them? 7th and 8th, so they are out behind this group of the six the fastest drivers, and the fastest is Zalin. It's I think that it's a surprise. Maybe it's some bug, maybe it's some lag, but Zalin from Mariusia is now the fastest guy. He is more faster than Pap 16, who don't make any mistake, who I think drive for one stop. Maybe he will. I think that he will stop in the second part of this race. Lypra is in the pit stop. Lypra and Zalin. So Zalin was light. Zalin was very light, but of course, Vader 25 driver who was in top, but he made some mistake on 9th lap, and now he's on in pit lane, and I think he lost his chances to be on the podium. Najarani 6th place. He lost contact with Pablinho and with Seyu, with Cesar King on 3rd lap, and for this time he cannot catch up these drivers, these competitors. Polish driver in Shanghai were, yes, of course they were fast, but Najarani and Pablo, two the fastest Polish drivers, made faults on the 1st lap, and they couldn't catch up the top of this race, and Pablinho 52. Najarani and Cesar King are in pit lane, and Magic and Luigi GM are only 5/10 of a second, only half of a second slower than Pablinho. These two drivers from one team, they have coaches. Of course, it's Spanish call. And Pablinho made first mistake. He too wide on this corner, and Seyu is now leader of the race. Not good news for Pablinho. I think that Argentinian drivers will go to a stop as. That was no stop. Of course, they went ahead. They went out of this line, but and Seyu is the fastest. But Pablinho lost 8/10 of a second on last lap. I think that Argentinian will go to a pit stop in the second part of the race. I think that he will not be on stop in the 13th lap. In half, they could go faster, of course, shorter and faster stint, second stint. Magic and Luigi GM, they are now 3rd and 4th place. Sebatan, Argentinian, 3rd Argentinian on this race, wasn't that stop. Zalin, Iceman, Cesar King, John Gar, Lypra, Getz. Where is Najarani? Some problems with Polish driver. He's only on 15th place, so maybe these were some problems in pit stop. I think that Najarani made some mistakes that wasn't good for him, and he lost contact with these drivers who are now fighting for 5th place. Luigi GM, Magic, and I think that Pab and Seyu are these drivers who will go ahead of this group with Iceman, with Jongar, with Lypra, Guts, Najarany on 13th place, so that should be, and Zalin is 11th. Maybe that was some mistake for him. Pablino, after this mistake on 12th lap, now is going fast, and it's the fastest lap, 51 and 5. He's faster than Seiyu, and we will see Luigi GM Magic, which times for them. Of course, they are a bit slower. It's about half of a second on the lap. Seiyu the fastest first sector of the race, but he has simulation. He had their DRS. Of course, DRS is on when driver is at least 1 second. 1 second or less behind the driver ahead of him. Seiyu is now going the fastest lap, and Pub too. That would be great laps for them. No mistakes, but 15 lap, and Pub and Seiyu are in pit lane, and that would be fight of mechanics. Magic and Luigi GM, they are there now, and Seiyu Pub is now out. But Magic and Luigi GM are more faster, and they are going on first two positions. Pub will lost about 5 seconds, I think. That is surely, but now he has. It's a good situation for Argentinian drivers, because they have their tires. They have their tires more fresh, and besides that, I think that Magic and Luigi GM, who are driving together from the start of the race and to 16th lap, they didn't make any serious mistakes, and they are going together. They are going wheel to wheel, and I think that maybe 2-3 laps, and they will be in the pit lane again. So if they are going on 2 stops, I think that Pub, maybe Pub is going on 2 stops because his pit stop John Garnau. So maybe that wasn't big problems for Najarany, because now all these drivers are going to a pit, and Najarany will gain a lot of positions now. Najarany 8th place. And it's only 8th place now for Najarany. So Najarany is only on 8th place, so he lost a lot of time. Zalin and Lypra fighting for 6th. 5th place for Cesar King, and I think that they hadn't chances or in the podium. Of course, if Magic from HRT, of course retired team from Formula 1, but he had their version of car, and he is now one of the fastest fastest guys on the track. Pab and Seiyu 3rd and 4th place, and I think that we wouldn't see them in pit lane again. So that would be maybe fight of 2 Argentinian drivers for win. They have great advantage of a few seconds ahead of Cesar King. So now it's a very safe situation for them. Cesar King is 8 seconds ahead, and Luigi GM is going first. So Magic have a good opportunity to gain about 2 seconds ahead of him. Of course, Luigi GM is going out, and his time is only 6:1. So I think that Pap and Seiyu wouldn't go to a pit lane again, and Luigi GM, maybe he will be fighting with Cesar King for a 4th place. Magic, of course, he can now catch about 1-2 seconds, because he is more lighter, but it's not a great time. Pap about half second ahead of Seiyu. Magic, and we will see if he will be out of boxes ahead of Pablino. Of course, no, it's not possible. Pablinho, the fastest guy on the track, 51.4. Magic very fast. Magic very fast pit stop. Cesar King on the pit lane now, and if Magic can go ahead of Luigi GM, of course he is now on the third place because his pit stop was about 1 second faster, 1 second shorter than Luigi GM's stop, and Magic is now a guy who can be on the third place, but it's now about 1.5 second between them, and there is no and it's a possibility that they will fight for podium. Pablinho and Seiyu, two fastest guys on the track. Fastest because they have one stop strategy. They didn't lost as much as they should. They had 10 seconds gap in supply, so this of course this reserve is very safe for them, and I think that now we should focus only. And Luigi GM made a mistake. Very big advantage for Magic. I think that was first fault of Luigi GM in this race. Nayarane is on 5th place. Maybe this driver will want. And Pap is on pit stop now. It's very difficult situation. Magic, if he had some advantage, Pablinho will maybe fight with Magic, but I thought that the Magic was in last stop, and Pablinho too. I thought that it was a good situation for him to go on one stop, and he was out of boxes, but it was difficult situation because they Seiyu and Pab were only 6 seconds in pit stop. So it was something strange strategy for them. Magic have now 2.5 seconds advantage, and Seiyu is going ahead of Pab because of course he had a shorter stop and he had this outlap after Pab, so Seiyu and Pablinho, and now this situation of this race is changing much. Of course, Nayarane is not going on one stop, and he will lost his great 5th place. Cesar King is now 5th, and that wouldn't change. Lypra 6th, Iceman 7th, and Iceman 7, and he wouldn't be on the podium, and that would be great battle for 8th, 9th, 10th place. So Pablinho, Seiyu, Magic. It's now the first. Magic is now the first. It's a very strange situation because I thought that if Seiyu and Magic were Seiyu of course and Pablinho, if they had their pit stop on the 14th lap, it should be of course great opportunity for them to go on one stop because they didn't lose a lot of time, and this stop which will be 2 or 3 seconds. 2 or 3 seconds longer. Seiyu now is lost his 2nd position. Pablinho is 2nd, and he's now maybe he has some hopes to catch Magic, but I think that it's not possible. Magic didn't make any mistake in this race. Luigi GM 4th place now, guy who was 2nd in Shanghai Reverse, but when he was driving together with Magic, he didn't make any mistake. When he lost 1 second, about 1.5 seconds, Magic is the fastest driver on the track. It's no possibility for Argentinian drivers to win this race. They will fight for 2nd place. If Magic will win this race if he didn't make any mistake now. He has got 4 seconds gap, so I think very strange. And Argentinian, I think that they lost the race in boxes. They lost the race with this very strange tactics. I think. Fabinho and Seiyu fighting for second place. Luigi GM, when he was driving together with, I think, winner of this race, Magic. I think that Luigi GM and Luigi GM was this driver who didn't make mistake like Magic, and Magic now is driving very slow, and it's some problems. And Argentinian drivers from Renault are now the two fastest guys, and but there are maybe some problems. Of course, we hope that these are not problems, because that was last lap. We saw that Magic driver. This driver who was leading the race had some problems, and Seiyu and Pap 16 and session lost. I hope that it's only a fault, because that was last lap, and if it would happen, it would be very difficult situation for us. We didn't finish this race. We saw that on 25th pre-last lap Magic had some problems, but that wasn't any problem. I think that wasn't any problem with some. Of course, we cannot go to this race because the server blocked the entry of new players. But I had error that session is lost. I hope that it's only an error, but that what happened. That would happen, of course, MRO Accion.com. Of course, that situation what happened before this error, that Magic lost the pace and he lost his first position. That wasn't any mistake. He didn't went too wide, because we were driving with them on the camera. And I think that was very difficult problem. Maybe that was a problem with a fuel on his car, because his car was driving very strange. He was very slow now, second after second, and maybe Magic who had he had very short pit stop. It was only 5 seconds. Maybe ran out of the petrol. And I think that if this race come to the finish, no, this race didn't come. And we will see. It's finalized race, so we will see what happened. Of course, if this race is finished or not. I hope that it was only error on my computer and this race was finished, because that was great for race, and I'm very interested in what happened with Magic, with driver who was leader of the race. Maybe that was run out of petrol. His car was behaving error, so big problems. Maybe that was run out of petrol, and he would lost his win. Seiyu was a leader. I am very interested what happened on the last lap, what happened on pre-last lap. We will see. It's very difficult. It's the first situation for me that we are finishing the race and we don't know what happened, and we don't know if the race is finished, of course, and we don't know if this race is finished, and if this race, of course, who is the winner of this race. Seiyu, Pap, or Magic. Maybe that was fault of the game, because after Magic's problems, all drivers had MS. Very strange, and maybe we have some information on chat. I hope that it's possible to see what's happened. No, we don't have anything in dashboard, and we don't have any servers, so very strange situation. First time in my career that we have problems like this. Very strange. Maybe here. Not. No, these are only results from our second group. And who is the winner? This is double win from Poland. Of course, our Plata, so our GP2, and the winner is Pablo, who was ahead of Pablo was ahead of Jomal, second place Jomal. So the best drivers, I think Pablo is maybe a favorite to win this race, because of course after all races we have after all races we have results mixed, and maybe Pablo is favorite to be on the podium. Maybe Pablo is a favorite to fight for winning this race. Pablo won our second group, 7 seconds ahead of Jomar, so Pablo is coming back. In this season of Me Racing Online, Pablo's condition wasn't great. Pablo made some mistakes, but I think that Pablo is very fast driver to this day, and Pablo now won this race in second group. We will see in comparison to first group which place will be given to him. Pablo Jomal 7 seconds to him. I3 from Red Bull 16.9, so 17 seconds ahead. Alcaioli for Toyota 25 seconds. Rangaistus from Red Bull 30 seconds. And the Resta Protilatum, DVD Grana, Edel, and these are 9 drivers who are classified in this race. Gin Tonic, Barry F1, Jonatum are not classified, and the next drivers with very big gaps. So Pablo is leader after second group. If we have third group. No. Of course, we will see. So Pablo is now repairing his bad looking after first race, when he didn't finish, when he had not great pace, and when he made a lot of mistakes. Of course, we are waiting for news from Silverstone because we lost the contact with server. And we are waiting for news from first group, and maybe some news. Of course, we are waiting. Maybe now. No. We had only 2 groups today, and offline driver was the TW from Renault, so he was driving offline, and he was the only one who had good time, and this time was very fast, and he was 16 seconds faster than Pablo. So now TW, the champion from 5th season, is now the leader of Silverstone Grand Prix. TW first, Pablo with 16 seconds behind, he is now on second place, and Jomal 23 seconds behind, he is on the third place. So these are news from Silverstone now, and we are waiting which are news from Silverstone. We are waiting what happened. Maybe in English, because we of course have some and we have got some news that maybe it's some fall. Maybe it's a fail of the server, because Magic, Luigi GM, Cesar King, and they give us very bad news that something happened on server. Very difficult, very strange situation. There were some problems on practice session. So maybe server today on our first group was failed. We will see if we have got some server. Maybe we are driving once again, but there is no server. I think that it's time to finish this this live coverage from very strange race which didn't finish. That was great race with great fight with a lot of drivers on the circuit. So it was very strange. And if we can, if these are of course true informations, this race are not finished in the first group, and we now have only times yes, as Zero. Zero told that that was one of the best races of in MRO, so we have to agree with that. That was great race. And Seiyu wrote that before the fail of the server, Pablinho was the leader. Second driver was Magic, and Seiyu was on the third place. So we don't know. We don't know. We will see, of course. We will see, of course. 47 drivers were today. Of course, we will see. We will see which happened, and I hope that this race was finished. But drivers wrote on forum that this race is not finished, and I hope that everything is okay. And of course, we will. All news, I think that all the news from this race and from that what happened will be placed on MROAction.com website and our forum. That was very strange, but of course we have to agree with that, and I hope that the next weekend that would be reversed circuit, Istanbul reverse, Turkish circuit 29th of May, 31 of course 31 laps. Our weather forecast say that that would be sunny day, so maybe that would be a race which will finish without any problems, and we hope that emotions will be like today, of course. Thank you for following our live coverage, and we will be back next week on Istanbul Reverse. Thank you very much, and see you soon.